Do you want to make a lot of money?
I do want to make a lot of money, but that's only for safety purposes. Like, I don't have a lust of money, and I actually don't even have a love of money. Like, you got people, I know these people, you know, they're my friends, and they're also rappers that I know. They love money. They're addicted to getting money. And that's cool too, because that's what makes some of the most successful businessmen. I don't love money like that. I love the comfort and the safety and the ability to retire my mom, or like if there's a problem with my brother, or if my father has a problem. I like that feeling of being able to provide. So that's the thing I do love about money. But to tell you the truth, what makes me the happiest is the music, working on the music. I'm in the studio right now with Elvana. I'm producing for another person. That makes me happy. That makes me way more happy than getting a check. My album comes out, the response is amazing. That makes me way more happy. If I write a song, I made Let Nas Down, a song off my album. When I made that song, the feeling that I had after I made that song is way more important to me than making money, you know? But yeah, of course I want to make a lot of money so I can be safe just in case something hops off in America and I need it. Like, I don't buy into my own hype. You know, like, I'm grateful for the reactions and the appreciation, but I don't buy into like, yeah, I'm the man. Like, nah, I feel like I got a lot left. Like, I'm want to be here for years. Like, being hot in 2013 is cool, you know, and being critically acclaimed in 2013 is cool, but like, what about 2020? Like, where am I going to be? I don't want to be making a documentary 20 years from now talking about like this as if it was the end. I want to still be present and still be making music. I want to be like, you know, Bruce Springsteen or something, like making songs that are relevant. If a tragedy happens, make a song and I can just put it out and people know I'm still speaking for them. I want to be like that. I have my art always appreciated.
What was going through your mind when everything was just falling apart, and you don't even know you don't even know what to do, and basically everything was just falling apart, and you just trying to find a way. Like, what was going through your mind? Did you ever think like, damn, what if this doesn't happen for me, you know?
My mind never worked like that in the beginning. Like, when I wasn't on, I never had those thoughts. But I can relate to that only because there came a point after my first album was already out where I started like really getting down on myself. Like, man, like I really just dropped the ball, man. Like, this didn't go how I wanted it to go. Like, I didn't come out how I foresaw myself coming out. And I was really getting down on myself. And it really did feel way more. And everybody else is looking at me like, oh, you crazy? You had the #1 album in the country. You got to go out Grammy nominated. And I'm not seeing or appreciating any of that. So what I can say is you have to stop looking at what you don't have and what's not happening for you and start appreciating like what you do actually have. Like, my man, you got on a nice watch, like your hat is fresh, like you're in New York City, it's the land of opportunity, you know what I mean? You're a good looking guy, I'm sure you got maybe a girlfriend, like there's a lot of things, your family, there's a lot of things to be grateful for. And that's the only way you can climb out of like a place of focusing on what you don't have is by focusing on like, man, what do I have to be thankful for? And everybody got something to be thankful for. Even a homeless man, if he wanted to, he could be like, yo, I'm breathing today, like, you know what I mean? Like, my arms work, my legs work. You can start very small, and it's a process, but that's how you can get up out like of a negative space like that.
Music is my passion, man. Production, besides the actual art of rapping, there's a lot I want to accomplish on the production end and the production side. I would love to try my hand at acting. My mother's an actress. She tells me all the time that she thinks it's in me. She's been telling me that for years. Boy, you're an actor, I'm telling you. She always tells me, you know, so I would love to try my hand at that and see how many good.
Do you use your access? I mean, you probably could call Will Smith and get some advice.
Yeah, I could.
Do you do that
I have the connection at least to do that. I don't. I guess because I'm not passionate about it yet. It's just a thought. But hopefully, when I become passionate or when I take it serious, I would use that card. You just gave me the card to use. You gave me the idea for it. So, but yeah, I do have access. I'm not actually good at being resourceful. I'm getting better. That's another thing to be a great businessman. I think you have to be incredibly resourceful. I'm new to business, period. I never was good with money. So having money is new to me. And therefore using my resources, being a great businessman is new to me.
The whole reason I was in New York was because I wanted to do music. So school was just like, in my eyes, school was just like the temporary thing that I was doing while I was chasing a dream. So then, about my sophomore, junior years, when I was like, you know what, wait, like I got to refocus and reshift my energy to the music thing. That's when I was going on Rampage. I probably hit up every A&R on MySpace, but I sent these same people messages, you know, like through MySpace or whatever, or called their office. I called it up. It was like, yeah, you've reached Daryl Jones for Atlantic Records. Please leave a message at the beat. Yo, I left the longest rap on his voicemail, dog. I just rapped on his voicemail, and I think I might have left my number at the end or something like that. But like, of course, I never got called back. You know, I wouldn't even call somebody back that did that. But it's just to show you the type of shit I was doing. I was trying anything and everything. So time was running out. It was coming close to graduation, and I hadn't really made any major moves. But I always felt like it was coming, So man, it took after I graduated, it still took another year and a half after I graduated to actually get to J and then get all that stuff rolling. But you know, it's all the process, man. You just gotta you gotta believe, have faith. I always felt like it was right around the corner. So that's why I just kept going.
Let's talk about having faith in that and belief. How did you remain at that point to have like a strong faith in what you're doing?
Man, because I felt like for years, this is years of work and years of me knowing that this is what I'm supposed to do. I think when you believe in yourself, then you know, like you just know. So even when you're working a part-time job and you're getting paid $8 an hour and you're like, damn, I don't want to be here, you know, if you truly know what's coming, then you don't mind doing that because you know it's temporary. This is temporary, and it's a temporary sacrifice for what I want to end up doing. So that's what kept me going, because I never questioned it. It was always like, well, I'm closer. Today I'm closer than I was yesterday. And it's that mentality that's going to get you through it. If not, that's with anything. That's not even just music. That's life, period.
And to expand on that, you believe that you control your destiny, where your life goes. How important is that? Please, I want you to tell the people out there, inspire them the story, like how you've came up to where you are right now.
Certain things happen in your life you have no control over, but life is about how you react to those things and handle those things, and those, I don't know, those occurrences or whatever. So I absolutely believe that you choose like where you want to go, what you want to be, and it's up to you to get there. As a rapper, there's very few greats that I studied and I still continue to study, and Nas is obviously one of them. It's obvious. I really had his lyrics printed on my wall. They used to have a site, it was called Ola, original hip hop lyrics, whatever, .com or archive. Yeah, somebody know. And then you print them out. So I would print these joints out, and I would print them up and hang them up on my wall. And literally, if you walk in my room, you might be like, what's wrong with this kid? I'm staring at the wall like this, just reading the lyrics, because I wanted to know what it was like to be that good. You know what I mean? Like, and I was rapping at the time, so I wanted to know, and it was my goal to be that good. I wanted to somehow try to master the style. I felt like if I read it enough, if I listened, I used to go to sleep listening into I Am. You know what I mean? People be sleeping on that album. I'd be trying to tell them that man's spitting on for real on that album. I used to go to sleep listening to that album because I wanted to try to master the style if I could. You know what I mean? You can't master that style, but I felt about you how you probably felt about Rakim or Kane or G-Rap or whoever it was that you looked at like the God. That's how I felt.
Any musician, period, any artist, I think just absolutely do what's in your heart, period. Say what's on your mind, speak what's in your heart and how you really feel. When you're trying to be something else, when you're trying to fit into what's going on, it's like you kind of stray away from your path a little bit. And sometimes you want to expand your style and like grow, and that's always good, but like never veer too far from who you are, you know, as a person.
The best way to establish yourself on the internet is to start small. Once again, be humble. Approach one of these blogs. First of all, you gotta make sure your music is correct, because a million niggas online doing music. But once you feel like your music is truly correct, stay humble, start small, go to like some of the smaller blogs that you know, they don't get as many hits as the Now Rights, but maybe they'll post your shit if they like it. You know, shout out to DC to PC and, you know, like Pardon Me Duke and people like smaller blogs that I f with, Perfection. You know, maybe if they feeling your shit, you got a shot. Like if they put it up, there's a way better chance that the big blogs will pick it up, especially after seeing it you know, if Perfection picks it up, then maybe DC to BC puts it up, and maybe Part of Me Do puts it up. Now there's 3 more smaller blogs that still have good followings that are putting your shit up. So the bigger blogs, like the 2 Dope Boys, might pick it up now, and then after they pick it up now, so that's the best way. Just start, have big dream, and then just start small, and then, you know. But the internet is not the end all be all, man. It's a lot more to go.
Expenses.
Are you going into a club with $80,000 in a garbage bag like some people we know?
No, I've seen that. I've seen that live in person. I can't do that. I'm too afraid of losing, of going back over there to ever blow money without thinking about it. There's a song on my album called Chain Day. And this is the type of artist I am, and this album is like this to a T. Most rappers are gonna say, paid $100,000 for the chain, and they just gonna show you their chain. That's what their song. I paid $100,000 for the chain. I paid $100,000 for the chain. I paid $100,000 for the chain, and that's their whole song. And the whole song is gonna tell you how they spent $100,000 for the chain. My song is gonna tell you like my thought process before I paid all of this money for some jewelry, which was it was like this, like, oh my God, like, yo, yes, do I want it? Yes. How much? People pay that? And then my internal conversation was like, yo, you know better. Like, you definitely know you know better than to spend this type of money. But do you want it? Is it worth it? What's the investment? Well, when I'm on stage, it's gonna look really good, so you can say it's for your career. Man, it does look nice. How much? And it's a more internal conversation. Man, you know what you could do with all that money? You know whose lives you could change with that type of money? You're gonna spend out on change. So that other song was, I spent $100,000 on a chain. I spent $100, and then in my song, you get all of these internal thoughts that led me to finally be like, all right, here you go. And I wrote the check, or at least I gave him my card. You know what I mean? But I gave you my thought process first before I just spent $100,000 on a chain.
J. Cole, value added.
When we young, and even when we old, the world is constantly pumping us with images, right? About what life should be about. Constantly telling us what life is about, what it should be about. In the States, it's called the American Dream. I don't know what the f they call it anymore, but I know y'all got it. And I know it includes the same shit. What does it always include? A lot of money, a big ass house, a brand new car, and a wife that's like not even genetically possible to have, right? That's what they tell us we need to be happy. Even though the world is set up so that 99% of us can't never have this. But we idolize the people that do have it. We sit and we watch and we go, oh my God, their life looks so perfect. Look what they're doing, oh my God. And I came here tonight to tell y'all, I was the same person that was sitting down watching like, oh my God, it looks so perfect, it must be nice. I'm gonna go get it. And then I went and got the shit. But when I got there, I'm telling y'all, up close and personal, that shit don't feel right. That shit don't seem right, man. And I'm coming back to tell y'all, all that shit they told us is bullshit, and it's not what's important, and it's not what matters. How do I know that? I know that because right now, it's a man, he got millions of dollars. He got $1 billion. And he's miserable, right? But you got a family that come from where we come from, worse conditions than where we come from. They couldn't afford a ticket to this show tonight if they wanted. But yet somehow they got more happiness and joy in their life right now than this man will ever have in his. How is that possible? How is that even possible? That everything we thought we needed, he got. And he's miserable. And they have nothing, and they got happiness. What do they have that he don't got? What's that? British people, man. You smart.